What's going on, guys? It's Gregory Scott here. So I hope everybody's having an extra gameful day. And today we're gonna make some mindset gains. We're gonna make those mental gains, right? So like I always say, training your physical body is important, but if you're not getting stronger mentally and if you're not getting stronger spiritually, then it's all for nothing. You have to have a balance of all three. What I want to talk about today is something I see a lot in the fitness world and just the world in general, and it's this. It's people that are not knowledgeable about a subject asking the wrong questions at the wrong time. Let me give you a few examples of what I mean using fitness. One of the most common things you'll see is usually some form of, how do I get shredded? How do I look good? If you're new to fitness, if you haven't worked out before, your body's not even ready to handle that intensity that it takes to be shredded. So there's a long list of things you need to be focusing on, and getting shredded is the wrong question. Getting shredded is not one of them. Here's another example. Somebody that doesn't have a good diet and somebody that's not disciplined asking what supplements they should take. Now, supplements can potentially be added to your routine, but only after you establish good eating habits and after you've proved that you can be disciplined. If you don't have a good handle on your diet and you're asking what supplements you should take, you're just bypassing all the hard work that's needed to maintain a good diet and to be disciplined. Again, we need to ask the right questions. Now, I'm not bragging when I say this, but just using myself as an example, right? So to have a physique like mine, you have to be disciplined enough and willing to push the levels that most people haven't and will never go to. The point I'm making is this: there's an order of things. Before you go beast mode in your training, you have to be disciplined. Before you get shredded, you have to work on your mindset. If you try to skip steps and focus on the wrong things, you'll never get results, and worse, you'll end up wasting time. Now keep this in mind, just because I give you a gains tip doesn't mean that you're gonna change overnight. Your mindset is just like a muscle. I can't do it for you. You have to do all the work yourself. You have to train yourself to think differently. It's a process, but if you stick with it, 100% you'll get results. So in this video, I want to give you something that I consider a need-to-know mindset. All right, so if you don't have this mindset, you can still make gains, but you'll be mediocre. And at least for me, I don't want to be mediocre when I know that I can be great. And I know 100% that you can be great too, so let's get into it. So one of the first most important mindsets you need to adapt when you want to start being great, and one of the first things you should start doing, is separating yourself from the average. Average people do just enough to get by. Average people are not going to push themselves to do anything extra. Average people only do what's prescribed to them, and when they finish, that's it. They're just the same as everybody else. Now, if you're on this channel and you're watching this video, then I'm automatically assuming that you want to be great, so let us be great. So with all that being said, let me now give you a few real-world examples of what this greatness might look like. So let's say we're talking about a high school wrestling team, right? So the team practices 5 days a week for 2 hours straight. Every day they practice hard. At the end of practice, everybody circles up, the coach says a few words, everybody goes to shower, and then everybody just goes home. Everybody but one guy. Instead of going to the locker room and showering, this guy decides to hit the track and get in 30 extra minutes of strength and conditioning work. While everybody else is in chill mode and relaxing and probably thinking about what's going on later that night, this guy's still on the field working. Now imagine, he's doing this every single practice. So 5 days a week, 30 minutes after practice, that's 2.5 hours more than everybody else on the team. So now all of a sudden, over the weeks and over the months and over the years, that time is adding up and everybody's realizing, wow, this guy's strength is crazy and his conditioning is crazy. He never gets tired. As a result, he can go at all of his opponents, all the people he's practicing with a furious pace. He never gets tired. He's stronger than everybody. And because of this, he has great success in the wrestling world. Now, if he had done what everybody else did, he'd be just like them. He'd be average. But instead, he decided to be great. He decided to do the things that they wouldn't do so that he can do the things they can't do. This is what it takes to be great. Here's another example also related to fitness. So let's say a group of friends are taking a workout class, right? So during this class, they learn new movements that they're all gonna implement during the workout. Let's say they learn 3 new movements. After class is over, everybody goes home and 99% of them don't even think about the movements they did or even think about working out until it's time for the next class. Everybody, except for this one chick, Shaquita. Shaquita knows that going to a class and getting instructions are good, but if she really wants to excel, she knows that she's gonna have to do the extra work at home. So that's what she does. The moves that are taught during class, she keeps practicing over and over and over until they're clean. So now it's the next week, and in this class, they're reviewing the same movements that they did last week. The same group of people are around, and finally, it's time to review the movements. So what do you think the result's gonna be? As expected, the people that didn't practice look sloppy, they look mediocre at best, or they had to completely relearn the movement. When it's time for Shaquita to go up, she performs the movements flawlessly. While it's everybody else's first time being in this situation, Shaquita has already practiced it 100 times. So she knows stuff, she knows what to do, she knows what not to do. She's already failed 100 times, so now she's finding success. Shaquita now realizes the power of not being average and continues this trend. So everything she learns from class, she always goes home and does the extra. So now, after weeks and months and years, Shaquita has gone fully beast mode. So with these 2 examples, I hope you can kind of start to see what's going on here. It's not these people are crazy talented or crazy gifted or anything like that. The only thing different about these people is their mindset. The wrestler could have started as the most out of shape, slow guy on the team, but because he put in the work, he caught up to everybody, and not only that, he passed everybody. Shaquita could have started out as a complete beginner and not knowing anything, but because she put in the work, she became the best. Everybody that's great and everybody that truly excels in what they do first decided they didn't want to be average, and then they strengthened their mindset. It's extremely easy to look at somebody that already has what you want and just say, oh, it came easy to them, or oh, they just got it naturally, but that's just not how it works for anybody. You can't tell just from looking at somebody what kind of sacrifices they had to make to get to where they are. You can't really see the behind the scenes and the hours and hours and hours that people put into their craft. What you have to do is rewire your brain and tell yourself, I might not be the best, or I might not be the strongest, or I might not be the fastest, or I might not have all the resources available to me, but if I keep working, I'll get there. If I go the extra mile, if I decide not to be average, I can get there. Whenever you adopt that mindset, whenever you start applying that to your life, from there, it's just straight gains city. So to move forward, always remember, it's just about 3 things, right? First, you have to get your mindset, then you have to put in the work, then you just have to stay consistent with that work. When you do that, it's gain city. It's almost the end of this video, and all the real ones should know what I'm about to say, right? So what do we need to do? We need to fix our mindset and get 1% better each day, physically, spiritually, and mentally. It's not a fast process, but it's not an easy process, but if you stick with it, you'll look back at where you started and you will be amazed. Alright, so thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. I truly appreciate it. My goal from this, right, is just to get you thinking in a different way, because maybe nobody told you this before, but it's all about the work, it's all about staying consistent, and most of all, you don't want to be average, right? You want to be great. I know you can be great, so let's all be great together. Alright, so if you want more games, make sure you subscribe, share the games with a friend, and as always, have a gameful day. Oh, and yeah, look at this shirt, check it out. No Jesus, no peace. That's what's up, right? All right, peace. I've been through hell and back, and the flow still cold. To learn the movement. When it's time for Shaquita to go, give you a few real world examples that I've seen of this. Let me give you an example. You have to be willing to push to levels and be disciplined. You have to be, but if you're not getting stronger mentally, and you're not getting started. I've been through hell and back, and the flow still cold.